Hello, welcome to Let's Make It Vegan, where I'm going to basically do an introduction to me, the program Let's Make It Vegan, and let you know what it is that we're going to be doing, hopefully on a weekly basis and as needed, as suggestions and things come in. But my name is Fred. People call me Chef Fred. One of the things I'm looking to do is to get a channel going on that is going to not only introduce people to creative, inventive ways to continue cooking vegan, to start cooking vegan, to learn how to, and just kind of answer a lot of questions. I know for myself, been a chef for many years, went vegan about 3 years ago, and one of the craziest things was understanding not only how to do things vegan, but ideas. And I think a lot of the main questions that I get from people stem around just getting ideas of what to eat. If you're not a chef, if you haven't been around food all day long, every day for years, it might get a little bit stale and uninteresting to try to figure out how to make a salad a different way or how to use already done products and try to change it up a little bit. What we're going to try to do here is introduce you to some new products that you may not be familiar with, how to use them, new ideas and ways to use them, and basically just kind of get going in a little bit of a structure. My philosophy with cooking really stems more from creativity and doing things on your own. One of the things you're not going to find here are rigid recipes. What I plan on trying to teach you is how to think on your own, put together flavors, understand how to use vegan substitutes, plant-based substitutes, in order to accomplish what you're trying to do and make it taste great, make it interesting, and give you the ability to change it up, to make things a little more how you would like it. If you're not into spice, you don't have to make it spicy. If you like certain genres of food, whether you're into Mexican or Oriental or just regular old comfort food, how to work within those boundaries and understand how to go about starting to do this. So that's a little bit of a background on what it is that I'm going to try to do. And like I said, this is the first video. We are going to go over some tips here at the end, some of my what I would call hacks in the industry that I use in order to help create flavors that you can then start to implement in your daily cooking. Another thing we're going to do is kind of look at products that are out there. Not necessarily reviews, but we're going to try some different stuff out. You're going to see it right here, how it works out, get an idea of how it tastes. Possibly what I'm going to try to do is get some people to come in here and even do a tasting panel on different stuff. Some of the things that I create, invite people in and say, give this a shot. Me standing here telling you that it tastes wonderful doesn't really mean that much, because if I made it, I'm going to make something I like. But it also has to do with overall taste and what other people think of it. So I'm open to having people come in, try some things out, see basically what it is that we're doing. Another thing that I do plan on doing, and strangely enough, just got my first delivery today from Misfits Market. Misfits Market basically sends out a boxed, refrigerated fruits and vegetables that may be misshapen and not the most gorgeous kind of things that supermarkets find that they can't sell. Well, there's been a company called Misfits Market that kind of puts those things together, puts it in a basket, a box, and sends them out. And honestly, this is my first delivery that I'm getting today. So I think what we're going to do is go ahead and introduce Misfits Market, and I'm going to open up the box for the first time. I actually have it sitting over here, and we'll see what happens. Also, as far as with Misfits Market, one of the things they do, and everybody will get this, they do send you a promotion code so that you can then give a promo code to your friends and family and people you know in order to get 25% off their first delivery. So I do have a promo code over here, and a little bit later in the video we'll do a closer up of it so that you can see. But it's Cook, COOKWME dash GSOWEX, and everything is in all caps. Just pointing out it's all caps. But that's a promotion code that you can use to also get 25% off. I think what I'll do at this point is go over and grab this box and get into it, and we'll kind of get an idea of what's in there. So hang on one second. Alright, now I will point out that Misfits Market has two different size boxes. A smaller one that they say is good for one or two people that are just kind of doing their fruits and veggies as sides. So it's a little smaller than this, and then this is the bigger basket that they pretty much promote more for one or two people that are eating completely plant-based, or for larger family doing sides. So this is the larger one. So we'll just kind of rip into here and see what we've got. It is really well packaged, insulated with ice packs, and really well covered up, like I said, with insulation. And it looks like we got some mushrooms. They look like some sort of exotic sort of mushroom, not sure exactly what. Got another pack on top of there. And wow, there is a lot of stuff in here. We've got some organic baby purple broccoli, some jalapenos, definitely some lettuces. This looks like this is a living lettuce, like a bib lettuce, like a hydroponic bib lettuce. Still has the root stem on it. And just a little tip: if you get stuff like this, go ahead and put it in water. Put it in water. Put it on your windowsill. You'll extend the life of it for days. And some more lettuce. That's great. And if you get some of that bib lettuce that are the bigger leaves, they make great taco shells. And some more jalapenos in there. Some yellow peppers. Love the yellow peppers. The yellow and red bell peppers, much higher in vitamin C and all of your other antioxidants. Got a big thing of some kind of greens here. This looks like some kale. It's a nice big bunch of kale. And another big bunch of kale. This is going to be good. Whew, what else we got? Some croutons, which is basically like a little dried fruit kind of things. Kind of like a fruit nugget sort of stuff. We've got some more smaller little containers here. Get a peek in here. Peaches. Got some peaches in these guys. And they're not overly ripe. So they've got a couple days to go to be ready to go. Organic cilantro, always a winner. Cilantro. Another little thing here. I don't know if this is going to be more peaches. Yep, more peaches. So got basically like 2, 4, 5 peaches. Limes. Got 3 limes, maybe more, definitely more coming up in here. Some more jalapenos. Can definitely see a Mexican dish coming up. And let's see, we got more limes. Wow, just took off another separator in here, and lots more stuff. a couple of bunches of organic green onions. And by the way, all of the stuff that comes from these guys is organic. So that is a big, big plus. And one of the things that we will get into is organic, GMOs, things like that. A big thing for me. Mangoes, a couple of mangoes, and they're not overly ripe. They've got probably a couple days. Put these in a paper bag, and they'll be ready to go. Jicama, another wonderful thing. Probably end up doing a program using a good bit of jicama. These are wonderful. A lot of people aren't real familiar with them. It's kind of like a cross between a Mexican potato and an unripe pear. There's a little bit of sweetness to it, but it's definitely starchy. But shredded up or cut into little matchsticks and pickled using dressings, they're great in salads. So lemons, limes. I won't take all this stuff out. I'll run out of room on my table here. Cucumber, ginger. Nice little bunch of ginger here. Very cool. Red onion. Some more cucumbers. More ginger. So, definitely this stuff grated up. This is definitely a young ginger right here. And smells great. And some more ginger pieces and more lemons and limes. So just to give you an idea, that's a decent amount of stuff. As far as price, I did get a couple of these things are extras, like these little fruit things, and the purple, was it the purple, it was like a broccoli, like a purple broccoli raw kind of thing. They were things that I actually had added in. All this stuff delivered was like less than $35. So delivered right through the door via FedEx, cold, ready to go. A lot of variety. And just kind of looking at this stuff now, I can definitely see, doing a show just on opening up a box. It'll take probably a few takes and things, but actually doing something with all this right here as we're taking it out, coming up with ideas, coming up with ways to utilize the stuff together, creating a whole meal out of what it is we're finding in some of these things. So that was the box here. We'll go ahead and give a pause for a little bit. I'm going to take the camera off the tripod and we'll do a little bit of a tour of the little kitchen here. This is not this is not a big set by any means. It's my wife and I's little condo, and kind of just redid some things in the dining area here in order to make it a little more conducive to shooting videos. But we've got a small kitchen over here, so everything that we're doing is completely doable in a small apartment, a bigger home. You don't need a commercial kitchen, you don't need a lot of space. You just need the will, the understanding, and it's a little bit of hints and clues that I'll help you out with. So we'll go ahead and give a pause. I will see you in a couple seconds and we'll do a little quick tour. Thanks. We're back, and basically I'm just on the other side of the same table. So here's where we were unloading the different veggies, and do want to point out, if you get a look at the discount code there, and just in full disclosure, I get nothing from this. This is honestly just arrived today, and I figured I'd throw it in. But everyone gets a discount code whenever you place an order in order to promote it to your friends and things. So I'm not special in any way, nor getting anything from this. And over here, just a little quickie of the kitchen. Like I said, simple little kitchen. Not a lot going on. We got the stove, cupboards, dishwasher, some counter space. As far as some some knickknacks, a decent mortar pestle, and some things here. But that gives you an idea of the little kitchen. You'll see stuff being done here, and mostly we'll try to kind of do some things on the counter space. But that gives you a little bit of an idea of what we've got here and what we're going to be doing. Definitely coming up, one of the things I do encourage is sending out suggestions. If there's stuff that you want to learn more about, things that you want to see veganized, basically how to make it vegan, definitely send those things in. Send me an email, Chef Fred, LMIV@gmail.com. So Chef Fred and just the initials for Let's Make It Vegan. Send me an email. Comment on the bottom of the video. Also, as far as with the video, like and subscribe. Of course, like and subscribe. But I thank you for tuning in, and when we cut this, I'll go back over to the table and I'll get you in on that one tip that I was talking to you about. So, as far as today's tip, this is something that in some different posts that I've had of some of the recipes and food that I've done, some people ask questions about how I'm creating seafood flavors and things. And that's used anytime you're basically using something else, a plant-based product, and trying to make it taste like seafood. Good examples would be using different types of mushrooms in order to make fish or clams or scallops, and we'll be going over exactly how to do all of these. But just for your own information on different ways to do this, seaweeds, kelps, algae, all those kind of things that are really wonderful from the standpoint of vitamins and minerals and iodine and lots of good stuff in them. Also, not only are perfect for nutrition, but also do a really good job in imparting the taste of the sea to different things. And there's different ways that you can go about it. One of the things that I use are dulse flakes, and dulse is actually an algae grown in the North Sea, even off of Canada, over on the coast of England, Ireland, things like that. These particular ones have kind of like a brownish red tint to them. I mean, honestly, it smells like your smell it. You know what? You know what it smells like? Fish food. The flakes of fish food. I know it might not sound really wonderful, but you know it's fishy. So, so these are great. Also a natural form of salt and making things salty. So adding, some of these, and these are already in flakes, so it's great to add 2 liquids and impart that that taste into the liquids and broths as you're cooking the things, such as mushrooms, and they will absorb that flavor. Dried seaweed in many different forms. There's wakame and many other things. Most of these things can be found in your decent Oriental markets. But seaweed, this is, if you ever had, and I'm sure you have, different soups in Japanese restaurants, like miso soup. You'll get the little pieces of green stuff floating in that are seaweed. This is the kind of seaweed that also is. These guys, when they rehydrate, they grow really, really big. I mean, there's just, little nuggets here, but these things will grow into probably about a, 1.5 to 2 inch little piece of seaweed for in your soup. This is real good, imparts great flavor and broths also. And another thing that's really easy that you don't even have to go to a Oriental store or an Asian market is just basically your normal nori sheets. This is the stuff that that's rolled for your sushi. These are the sushi rolls. This is, toasted seaweed, ready to go. A lot of different ways you can use this. If you're just, boiling something, simmering something, put it in the water, let it go. Another good idea in a coffee grinder, if you grind your own coffee or have a coffee grinder you use for spices, rip it up, put it in a coffee grinder, you make a really fine powder out of it, and that really, gets into, and flavors up things really well. I've seen people in recipes use it to actually, like if you're doing a mock fish recipe and using some kind of mushroom or even tofu. I've seen people like wrap tofu in the nori sheets and then go ahead and put the breading or a batter on it and deep fry it and impart, a fish flavor and making like a fish flavored tofu. These kind of things, from the sea, that's why they taste like the sea. But this kind of stuff will really give you a big advantage when you're trying to recreate meals. One of the things that I did just last week was a vegan clam sauce, and I basically flavored clams that I made out of just mincing up oyster mushrooms and used the wakame. And honestly, once you mince up the oyster mushrooms, it looked like clams and tasted like clams. It was wonderful. I'll have to do that sometime. But thanks for watching, and like and subscribe and pass the word on to your friends. And when you like and subscribe, you will get notices as far as when the next video comes out. And like I said, let me know the kind of things you're looking for, and we'll try to make that happen for you. Thanks a lot and have a wonderful day.